Hello everybody and welcome to my X-Files. Today I have got a new bus project. This one is the Stagecoach Retro 2 project, which has a couple of special prototypes. Well, actually one special prototype in. So, let's do smallest first as usual. So here we have an Alexander Dennis Alexander Dennis Alx200, and of course this one is going to be engined as a DAF, just like the Plaxton Pointer bodied darts. Don't know what that's doing. And then of course it has even though this one has a normal Alx200 rear, of course with cluster lights being close together. Next one, I'll do this one first. This one is a Alexander Alx300 bodied man, 18.240. Of course, this class 22 nameplate. You may have seen this one, of course, from a previous Stagecoach Retro project, probably in the Alx200 300. And of course, they have this one has the modern lights, but a older LED matrix. I always find those car ones very attractive looking. Then the next one, of course, we've got an Alexander PS by Volvo B10M, and of course it's a later class 20-8, and of course it has 3 split lights. However, it has a yellow LED matrix instead of a usual green. Following thing, of course, this is like a prototype. It is an Alexander Dennis Enviro 300 articulated, built to the original style, but of course they have 2 different lights. Of course, there's these lights, and then there's a different pattern of lights. But of course this one has a Stagecoach Express because my articulates and coaches and some special buses will have from Stagecoach would have the Stagecoach Express. But of course it's still, because it's an Enviro 300, it's still part of the class 27's nameplate. And the next one is one that I'm very proud of. It's based from the Iveco, a bit from the Iveco Urbanway CNG articulated that I created not long ago. This one, of course, is called the Alexander Dennis Enviro 300 original style bodied Iveco Urbanway with a Scania NK270UB engine. So let me chat you through this one, because this one, even though that it is like an Iveco Urbanway articulated, there's a couple of differences. So all this at the front, if I just put it backwards here, this around the front, of course, is a big CNG tank, a gas tank. And then of course you have your small little tanks. This of course is the fan for the diesel engine, because all CNGs are diesel and it needs like a cooling fan. And then of course, just like the other, the Iveco Urbanway articulated, a spoiler of sorts. Of course also, but of course I reversed it to a later class 27 nameplate, even though this should also be a class 27 nameplate, this Enviro 300 articulated. Next one is an Alexander RL bodied Leyland Olympian, but of course I have also invested in some new logos, of course, and this is one of them, because I didn't have ones with ellipse lights with lights on the bottom here, extra fog lights on the bottom, so I've got them. Class 14, of course, because it's what Alexander RL by Leyland Olympians have, and of course it has the rear that has probably 3 split lights covered by a protective shell / covering. And of course it's in Stagecoach Express, but it's a coaster, doing a coaster service, so it's a special bus. Next one is another Alexander RL bodied Leyland Olympian, only this time this one has black around this part with small square lights. I've also replaced the ones that don't have the extra front fog lights. I just found this one with the extra front fog lights, but I've also got another replacement of course in there somewhere, which is definitely a lot better than the other one. But of course this Leyland Olympian of course is class 16s, because Leyland Olympians go on into the class 16 bracket. It's got a 3 split light rear with the usuals. And then finally we have a Northern Countries Palatine by Volvo Olympian. I have invested in, I've invested in more with with trying to find more of them with the big screen, not just with circle clusters but with square cluster lights. And yeah, that has been successful, and I've also found circle clusters and square clusters with a Volvo number, but I decided not to have that because I'm using one with ellipse cluster and one with a square with small squares cluster, so I need the circles one. So yeah, this is class 16 nameplate, and it's got a new rear that I invented, of course, because a very small amount of Volvo and Leyland Olympians have these kind of modern lights you would see on plenty of buses from First Bus and Arriva and that. Yeah, which of course has round circle lights down there and at the top with mini reversing lights. So yeah, that's all my buses, so they can now go. They can now go into the depot over there. So move all these buses over here. This RL, of course, is a partly open top bus because I don't have any roofing for that. I just made it all open top just with safety roof. So now the buses are now going to go into the, starting with this one. I also forgot to say that this articulated bus, the Enviro 300 bodied Iveco Urbanway with scania engine. This one, of course, is a Stagecoach Express bluebird because it's for greener, smarter travel. So anything that's CNG or of a electric background. Of course, this one's a bit of a heavier machine as to the rest of them because it's got lots of things on top. Okay, so that's all the buses, all into the depot. Of course, the next thing you're going to see soon is that I'm going to be dismantling all the buses, dismantling a car wash over there, and I'll be doing another car wash project based on the new NS car wash solutions company. I'll be doing some things where I mix it up with similars because I have seen that NS equipment has been used in similars car washes before, and there'll probably be a small bus project alongside depending if there's any bits left. So thank you for watching my X-Files. I'll see you next time. Suckers!